Testing.
Testing.
Welcome back to the Men and Prophets podcast. Men and prophets, prophets and men. Gotta pull up the notes. There are the notes.
Oh, and Kate.
Welcome back. Here's Katie. This is season 3, episode 7. 7. We're on episode 7. Yep.
What's up, Katie?
Updates. Not that many. We're still in this house. Obviously. I mean, we haven't got kicked out yet, so that's a good sign.
I would hope.
But, well, I guess an update is, I finally found a new church and, I'm serving there. It's called The Banner in Seattle. You guys want to check it out? Pretty sick.
The Banner.
The Banner, I would say so.
Yeah, Katie would say something.
What are you doing? Katie.
No. No, I'm not like you.
Well, and another update is,
No.
I guess we know when when my vlog is happening, which is me going to Norway and Germany. So it's, come back on the 23rd, so I don't know when I would be filming or editing.
Yeah. You're.
All right, guys, let's deep dive into this.
All right, yeah. Topic for this week is the mother wound.
Yeah. Last week and the week before were the father wound.
Father wound, healing the father wound, yeah.
Yeah, but now it's the mother wound.
Yeah. So
There's issues with not having a mother as well as not having a father.
it's different.
It is different.
No, like, the mother wound isn't the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll see. Hold on.
Yeah. So, let's get into it. In your life as a man, most of the time you'll have 2 breaks from mom. Your first one is going to be a break from physical bondedness and a break from emotional bondedness. Yeah, so we go from oneness with mom physically to a healthy physical separation, to a healthy emotional separation, and to oneness with another woman relationally, your spouse, your wife. But yeah, why do we need to eventually break from our mothers?
I mean, I guess there's a point in life where you need to raise yourself.
Yeah.
And God needs to raise you as well, because it's, I mean, obviously you have your primary caretaker pretty much up until you're 18-ish or whenever you move out, is your mom and dad.
Mhm.
And so, you need to, what is it, break from them or separate?
Yeah, just separate, break them, physically and emotionally.
Yeah, because I guess it lets you focus more on God himself and, like learning not necessarily what your mom taught you wrong, but making sure that what your mom taught you was aligned with what Jesus needs to teach you.
Yeah, and also to go and establish a relationship with another woman, which is what God called us to do, so that you can go and be fruitful and multiply the earth.
Yeah.
And you can't do that if you're just like super attached to your mom, because it's like not.
Yeah. I mean, there's always that stereotype in movies or TV shows, where the one who lives in his mother's basement is the single one.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So we can explore the mother wound a little bit, kind of get into what it means and all that. So you want to give us a definition, Blake?
Yeah. The definition of mother wound is an unhealthy emotional relationship with mother that causes a son to either be threatened by the influence of women later in life or to overly identify and become submissive to that influence.
So some important characteristics to a mother wound is that it's subtle. So oftentimes it's not like a father wound where he's missing or he's gone from your life or whatever, abusive. It's not a wound, like I just said, of abuse, neglect, or absenteeism, but a wound disguised as love and care. And this is not a wound of an intention, but of over-attention. Want to read the last thing?
Oh, I see. Yeah, this wound looks like love, but feels like control. This wound is so powerful, it can warp or shape the masculine physique.
Psyche.
Oh, physique. Psyche. Or Psych?
Psyche.
What does that mean?
Just like your mindset.
Oh. Shape the masculine psyche. Or on average, a dad and a son spend 8 minutes a day together.
So what are some of like the consequences that we see come out of these points that we just see?
Well, I mean, obviously, something that feels like control makes you think that you can't do some things that you want or need to do.
Yeah. And also you might get too comfortable.
Yeah, right.
Just in your life, because if mom does everything for you, then,
Yeah, you're not going to know how to do anything by yourself.
Yeah.
Porn aspect of that is cooking. This guy just found out how to cook. Just kidding. Yeah, but I mean, it's important to learn about all that stuff. But when you live with your parents, and especially your mom, because mom's cooking the household most of the time. I mean, mine did when we were young. My dad cooked like 2 things, which is like some. I mean, he just liked to put everything together. Like everything that was on the table was in one bowl. But yeah. I mean, your mom cooks most of your life for you, and I mean, once I moved out, I mean, she offered for me to like cook some of the times. Or not offered, but like ask me for help, whatever. But once I got to moving out first, it was I didn't really know how to cook anything except for like those powdered pancakes or like just microwavable meals. So for a while it's kind of pretty unhealthy, and it's I mean, in that way I guess it's just a way to put a lot of bad stuff in your body if you don't learn from what your mom teaches you.
Yeah, and there will also just be like a sense of control in your life that for like when you move out and when you have a wife or a spouse or whatever, and your mom has like a lot of influence in your life still, she'll try to like influence your decisions and the stuff you make when that should be between you and your wife. So that's another thing that happens, and it's like I said, it's subtle, and it's not something of abuse, neglect, or anything like that. It's disguised with love and care. So that's what it kind of seems like or looks like, but it feels like it's that control.
Yeah.
And it can really mess you up. So it's not something that is as easy to see as a father wound, but it is just as worse, just as bad. And I feel like it can affect a lot more people. And I definitely relate to the I don't I feel a lot more comfortable for some reason just talking to my mom versus my dad. Like I said, right here on average, the dad and son spend 8 minutes a day together. Really, really low amount of time. I mean, like basically nothing. So.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's the other way too. Sometimes, I mean, I'm just saying, in situations that I've seen in like movies and stuff, I mean, it appeals to real life too. Is like, I mean, sometimes, for an example, a dad controls their son because they want them to compete in this sport or do this thing because they either did it as a child and loved it or missed out on it as a child.
That's
so
more of a father.
They kind of push.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's just under the same roof as like control.
Yeah. They're trying to.
Yeah.
Force things on them. Yeah. So this can have many consequences, and it's very distracting. So it's something to definitely watch out for. We'll go over later on how this occurs, how we can spot it, how we can fix it. Let's go on to how does this wound occur? You want to read the first point? I'll get the second one.
Yeah. This wound often occurs because it often begins with an absent or distant father.
Yeah, so this can be just one thing that can start it because the mother can kind of in that situation you'll have just like it's kind of hard because what can the mom do in that situation? But you'll have too much kind of over like almost like feminization in your life. But it's kind of that one's tough. And the second point is that it can be afflicted by one of 4 types of moms. We have ignorant moms, needy or hurting moms, unwilling to release moms, and fill in the gap moms. So all of these are the type of moms that will potentially cause this. Ignorant meaning they just don't know what they're doing, and then the rest are pretty self-explanatory. I mean, sure, it's not what they why.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are the types. That's kind of why, or how this occurs. And why is it important to identify this in our own lives?
I mean, it's just easy to type like unhealthy relationship, because especially when you go out and look for, a wife on your own, you're going to, if you just accept, if your mom treats you in one of these ways, then you're going to think that it's normal or okay. So when you find a wife and she has those same traits, you're not going to realize that they're a bad thing, and so you're still going to be under that like control or
Yeah.
needy person on the other end.
And there might also kind of be like, the mom that like kind of does everything. The wife isn't going to do, everything for you, obviously.
Yeah, right.
So it could also set unrealistic expectations.
That's
And that is not something that is good.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like, I mean, it's super important to identify this. If you're watching this and you might just be thinking just like a little bit, oh, maybe that kind of like in my life. So we're gonna go over some in this one and the next one, the next episode, just some ways to fix it and stuff like that, and to identify it. It's really important because I mean, like we said, it's subtle. So
Yeah.
if you don't pick up on those kind of little cues, then you still miss it and it'll affect your life.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing as learning from what Jesus did, because a lot of things in your life you're not going to realize, they were wrong until you realize, or until you like do your research, or just at least notice things in your life that are right or wrong.
Yeah, and in the next episode, when we talk about the healing of the mother, when we talk about how Jesus broke off his physical and emotional relationship with his mom in a healthy way, so we can look to Jesus and see how he did that, and because it's something that we all need to do. You might not be old enough for this yet, for like the breaking part, because that happens when either you like move out or you get a wife or you do both at the same time. That's kind of like your most of the time when you want to.
Yeah, when you part from your mother.
Yeah.
Father.
Yeah, and you go out and either search for another woman or you go to that woman that you found.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so it's easy to find it early. So it's easy to find it early.
Yeah, yeah. So it's important if you are younger, whatever, then just identify this and see that okay, this could be an issue, and then you try to work towards making it easier for the future.
Yeah.
But if you're older and this isn't something that ever happened, you feel like your mother has like a lot of control over your life, it might be something that you need to bring up. And we'll go over how to do that in the next podcast episode. We'll talk about how we can do that, and yeah.
Yeah.
Going over the next part.
Yeah. This part is showing how this wound manifests itself in adulthood. The first way is men become dominant and controlling towards women. And the second way is men become passive and submissive toward women. I mean, it's easy to stray from one way to the other, especially if your parents are that way. Your dad's controlling to your mother, or he answers to her every question, or every like call, I guess. What is the word? And your dad answers to mom's every wish. Yeah, her every wish. Yeah.
Yeah, so we can, I mean, yeah, you can become like overly submissive if your mother was like kind of almost like overly dominant and whatever.
Yeah.
You can be overly dominant if your mother's, lets you do too much without punishing you. Yeah. There's a lot of ways that the mother will be afflicted, a lot of different types of parenting. Well, we went over the four main ones. So the mom can go back to that. Like the needy and the hurting mom, ones who feel like they, those are the ones who often are half like and half fathers. They feel like they love someone.
Yeah.
So they get, one. Uh, so you're from the first line of your life, gave birth to, gave birth to you, or whatever. They have a really strong relationship with you. And fill in the gap mom. I don't know exactly what that means.
Fill in the gap moms. Is it moms that like, is that just moms that don't do anything for you, I guess, as a mother? That's what I'm getting from that. You just look up what is hot box. Shoot, what was I gonna say?
don't know what that means.
Yeah, and it's easy to like see relationships in the Bible for what you can kind of compare to, like if you believe that your parents are not not having correct relationship, like yeah, um, or because I mean sometimes in this instance people are gonna be like, okay, let me compare it to my friend's parents or like family members or whatever, and sometimes that's also not the right.
Yeah, way too cool. Definitely not. Comparison is a thief of joy.
Yeah,
And also it's just not really realistic.
yeah, right.
Obviously, whenever you're at your friend's house or spouse's house or whatever, everyone's going to be, when there's someone that isn't a part of the family there, they're going to be acting different than when it's just a family.
Yeah.
So it's never good to like compare in that way.
No.
Katie says no.
Come here.
No,
Come here, Katie.
no.
Katie, come here.
No.
Katie, come on.
No.
Come on, Katie.
No.
She just looked back at the camera. She's
Stop
like, should I do it?
encouraging
Come on.
No.
Come up here.
No.
Come up here. Come
No.
on. Come on, go.
No,
Go,
Katie.
Go, Katie, go.
No.
Go, Katie, go.
No. No.
Oh, what
She
the?
sheds so much.
I haven't gotten like that much hair on me.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, dogs shed more going into a winter than they do in the summer. Doesn't make any sense. But yeah. Look how shiny she is. Anyways. Yeah, we have some last questions to let you guys ponder on, and we'll explain some of them. First one's going to be what most impacted you in the session. Things that you need to point out in your life. Just things you need to look out for, things you need to change, moves you need to make. What are those?
Describe your relationship with your mom growing up. I always have a thought.
Starting with consistency, other people, gets you another view on this, right? Rather than just getting a view from yourself, because it's just like the example if you're grown up most of your life, not knowing what Christianity is, and that we need to whatever you need to just guide you the right way.
Yeah. Would you say you effectively made the break with mom? Or your mom presently exert unhealthy influence in your life, your marriage, or what would your wife say? So these are all obviously there are older, not older, but guys who have moved out and who are in a marriage. But yeah.
Me and Ben, almost.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Still live with my parents, which I'm fine with. I'm only 20, but
Oh yeah, well I called my parents today, so what about that, buddy? What are you looking at?
Hey, you want to read the last one?
You're not staring at me, you're staring at my chest.
You want to read the last one?
Are you looking at the Lamborghini Cafe?
Want to read the last one? Just went right up to the mic.
What are you doing?
Wanna maybe play some?
Hold on, do you have something to say? Yeah, sorry. Hey! Can you see connection between the way you relate to your mom and how you relate to other women in your life? And how you relate to your wife if you have one? Oh, and how you relate to your wife if
It's
you have
supposed to be
one?
like, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Hold on. Let me read that. Can you see a connection between the way you relate to your mom and how you relate other women in your life? And how you relate to your wife? You have one.
Shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Thought there should be a different. Yeah. Those are questions from you guys. So in the group or like stuff, sure you in the group. But I'll get to that. Think about it. That you like you have to be strict and that's nothing that goes well how to so yeah.
Oh. Yeah. So the next episode is healing from motherhood. Nice. You see a trend here. See if I
And after that, all alone.
Really? That's kind of stuff. I like to be in a, well, I mean,
Like thing all alone.
the all alone one. I cannot be alone in a house. The unknown.
Want to pray?
Yeah, I'll pray.
All right. I'll look at my hair.
Hey, can you go in or out, you freaking butthole? Sorry. Oh, sorry.
Can you pray? My hair is so gray.
Oh, my bad. Okay, guys, hold on. Let's take a minute to yeah, everyone tune into the YouTube. If you're watching on Deezer,
Katie.
pause your Deezer stream real
Katie.
quick and go on YouTube. Like, look, even Katie's like, "What is that whack hairstyle you're wearing right now?" Can you play? Anyways, can I play? All right, dear Lord, I pray on this night or morning or wherever someone's listening to, to guide everyone that is out there to kind of review their lives or the way their parents act with each other, the way well their mother acts with them, if they're in control of most things in their life, God, and if you could just give them that answer and hopefully free them from that kind of bondage that they're put in and let them learn from themselves and from you, God. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Amen. Oh my gosh. Kitty!
I got stuck on my nose.
That's gross.
That's all.
That's all. Yep, that's all for this episode. Continue to watch on Deezer. If you like Deezer, please like this video. If you don't like Deezer, also like the video. Just like the video in general.
Classic Ben outro.
What's your favorite YouTube channel? Say Men and Prophets in the comments.